Swordsman here. Welcome to the Crimson Sakura Lounge. Come on in, my dear friends. There's a chair and a drink waiting for you. Back at it again, and it looks like we're getting a little bit of a thunderstorm. They're predicting rain for the next couple of days. And I keep looking over my shoulder because I feel like I'm going to see a thunder strike at some point. And when it does, the power might go out. So there's a fair chance that something might go wrong. Hopefully it won't, but if it does, it would be funny though. It would be funny. It would be funny. It would be funny. I mostly woke up with a bit of a sore throat earlier. I don't know if you can hear it, but my throat was extremely dry, and I was just caked in sweat. It's getting to that time of year again where it's going to be a real hot one. Not that it ever was cold to begin with, but it was at least tolerable. Also, apparently there's a game that has been making waves so far. Musume Pretty Derby, based on the anime series, ended up getting a mobile game, I guess. And surprisingly, it's good. I mean, real good. I wasn't expecting it to be so intense. I thought it was just another, fan service game. But honestly, I don't mind it. Like, there's a lot going on. The races are actually fun to watch. And it actually feels neat trying to raise your own idle horse girl. So, maybe one day I'll give it a chance. I don't know if I'll stream it, but if I do, I will let you guys know. Speaking of which, I actually got some news. This month, we're taking a break from the PlayStation library. I know I left a few games unfinished. I know that, but the truth is I have a lot more that I wanted to do. And there was actually one console in particular that I really wanted to play. You guys don't know which console it is? Well, this is the one that has got me through college and a little after college. And it was one that I felt deserved more love than what it was given. So, what console am I talking about? Well, starting next week, we're going to be diving into the library of the Dreamcast. That's right. We are going on to a Sega console now. And I decided to pick possibly one of the most underrated consoles in the whole library. Now, I looked at the Dreamcast before, and I wasted hours upon hours playing so many different games. And a lot of people still try to make their own homebrews and hacks. It's actually pretty neat. And it has a soft place in my heart. I didn't grow up with it when it first came out. I was a PS2 boy at the time. But I remember looking at it and I wondered, well, why didn't anyone talk about this? There have been some stuff that's been said. And, well, the truth is, Sega had quite a bit of a history of having the right idea, but the wrong technology to do so. You remember back then when the Sega Genesis was released? They were talking about blast processing and how it was so much faster than the SNES. And they capitalized on that. And that was their biggest selling point, was that it was fast. And then the CD market started to come out. So then they decided to come out with that. And there were a few attempts. There was the Philips CDI. There was the Atari Jaguar CD, which was an add-on for the Atari Jaguar. Another console I might look at some point. And then Sega tried to dip its toes onto the peripheral thing. And they ended up making what was called the Sega CD. And it had varying results. Because back in the 90s, people were really trying to capitalize on the format of the CD. They really wanted to squeeze as much as they could into it. And while it was mostly panned for some of its full motion video games, like Night Trap and, stuff of that nature, there were actually some legitimate good titles like Potful Mail, The Terminator, Snatcher, a lot of really underrated gems. There was also Space Adventures Cobra, based on the anime series. There were quite a few that I felt like deserved a chance, but never got the chance. Nintendo originally was going to have a deal with Sony, but at some point that deal broke off. They tried to go with Philips at the time, and that partnership didn't last long. And what we got out of that one was the PlayStation. But with Sega, they still wanted to compete in the market. So their next attempt on that was the Sega Saturn. Now this one is an interesting one, because the Saturn had some interesting ideas, but its marketing was not really panned towards Americans. The Japanese market was great, but the North American and European market was varying, to say the least. A lot of the developers didn't have time, or I should say, didn't have the budget to work on the games that were going to be on the hardware itself. So there were a lot of games that were in varying degrees. There are some good titles like the Panzer Dragoon series. There was Street Fighter vs. X-Men, a really good one. Burning Rangers. And there are a few more I can think of. I'll have to look on that later. But that one failed, mostly because PlayStation was just really on the top of its game. And the only other company that could compete with them was Nintendo with the N64. And while the N64 did have some pretty good titles and some pretty good graphics, the library just really couldn't compete with them in the market. So finally, Sega finally got it right with the Dreamcast. Fully optimized the CD space without compromising on quality. They also imported some of their arcade games, like House of the Dead 2, Crazy Taxi, and stuff of that nature. Unfortunately, it came a little too late. By the time the GameCube, the PS2, and Xbox came into the scene, Sega really couldn't compete with it. And that was the end of that. There was actually another talk of a hidden game that was called the Neptune, which was supposed to be a predecessor of the Saturn. But I really couldn't find any information on that one. So, what drew me to the Dreamcast? Mostly, it was just how it captured the feeling of having an arcade cabinet in your home. And it was such a neat little concept. There are a lot of great titles. In fact, there's so many that I feel like I could do a whole PowerPoint on it. Which, maybe one day I will. And I don't know if I would ever have the time to really dissect it and go into it. There are definitely plenty of fighting games on there. There's definitely a lot of hacks that we could play. There's definitely some really, really good fighting games and shooters that we can play. A lot of good RPGs and stuff. Oh, and I can't forget the Sonic Adventure series. Yeah, Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 are on here. So there's a good chance we might get some of that on. But there's also a couple that I feel like people don't know too much about. There's Record of the Lotus War, based on the anime series, based on the book series. There is also Grandia 2, another underrated series. There's Code Veronica of Resident Evil, probably one of my favorite Resident Evil titles of all time. Skies of Arcadia, really underrated gem. And there's a few arcade ports that I can think of. There's actually people on so many platforms that take the Streets of Rage game engine and they sort of make it into their own little beat-em-up games. I've seen varying hacks of that. There are people who make games like, let's see, there was one with the characters of Elfin Lied. There was a really bad Resident Evil one, a really bad Sailor Moon one, and some of them were actually fun to play with. See, that's the interesting thing about Dreamcast. You can actually find new ways to play some of these games. As for some of the games that require an online mode, there actually exists servers that can be accessed if you know how to hack your console, back when K12 dial-up was the standard. So next week, we might dive into some more Dreamcast games. And I realize that some of you guys probably don't know much about Dreamcast, so before we can actually do much, why don't we take a quick look at a little bit of the history of the Dreamcast. I think some of you guys might actually like it. So let's see. It was, let's see if I can find one that actually shows some games. Alright, let's look at this one. Let's look at a gaming historian one. I think that one's one that we all know about. Here, let me pause the jukebox real quick. Just get the movie going. We'll get a look at that. Display capture. There we go. All right. Let's see what this is all about. Turn up the volume a little bit. Oh, I'm in the way. Pardon me. And how fascinating history is. The long, variegated pageant of man's still continuing evolution of this strange planet. So much the most interesting of all the myriads of spinners go through space. George Macaulay. What's the matter? You didn't know any Shakespeare?
Throughout history, empires have come and gone. The Mongols, the Romans, the Franks. They were all once great empires of the known world. Even in the video game world, once great companies eventually fall. Look at Atari, the once powerful company
Atari.
now publishes Dragon
Oh,
Ball
what
Z
could have been.
fighting games.
Hey,
One
that's
company
not
that will
a
never be
terrible
the same
thing.
is Sega. What was once the #1 rival to Nintendo's hardware machine now makes software for various companies, including Nintendo. Sega's
Ironic.
final days were with the Dreamcast, the first 128-bit home console. and the first home console to come with a modem out of the box. Although the
Nice.
Dreamcast is essentially dead, it is still considered one of the greatest gaming systems ever put out by Sega.
And how?
This is our two-part episode on the history of the Dreamcast, its rise to greatness, and its eventual downfall. The Dreamcast, on The Gaming Historian.
I'm very interested to see what they covered on this topic. I try not to be biased, so we'll see what they have to say about it. Although I'm very excited to see what they talk about and what games they show off to showcase the Dreamcast, if at all. He's definitely no angry video game nerd. Part 1 of 2, huh?
Well, it's finally happened. I've been accused of being a Nintendo fanboy. Now, the truth is, the last 3 of my 4 videos have been primarily Nintendo-based, but come on, guys. Well, I guess it doesn't help I have this World of Nintendo sign hanging right here.
Uh-huh.
I like Nintendo, but the truth is, my first 16-bit system was a Sega Genesis.
Hey, mine too.
I even have this Sonic the Hedgehog cartoon on DVD.
Ooh,
I love
that must be a collector's item now.
Yeah, anyways, thanks to you guys sending in all these requests, I've got a ton of non-Nintendo related stuff I can look at. So today we're going to look at something Sega related. Justin wanted to know more about the Dreamcast and why it failed in the United States. Well, it's a long story, and this will be a 2-part episode, so let's get started.
This ought to be interesting.
Our story begins with the Sega Saturn.
Ah,
Sega's
yes.
repeated attempts to keep the Sega Genesis alive with the Sega CD and the Sega 32X add-ons, they finally decided to release an actual new 32-bit console.
If you're wondering why I didn't mention about the 32X, well, it's simple, really. It sucks. There's hardly any games worth playing on there other than maybe 2 or 3. And the ironic part is that there are some CD titles that require a 32X as a peripheral for whatever reason. Although maybe one day I'll look into it. For now, though, I don't know. Let's see. Can I stretch this at all? I actually forgot how I stretched it out. Ah, there we go. A little bit right there. I just think that'll work. All right. Okay. All right. Should do it. Let's continue.
It was supposed to be launched in September of 1995, but Sega wanted to jump ahead of the new Sony PlayStation.
A mistake that
Sega
really
pushed
bit them in
release
the
date
ass.
forward to May 11th, 1995. This move irritated many developers for games of the Saturn, who suddenly did not have time to take advantage of the Saturn launch day. Despite this, Sega launched their new console May 11th, 1995.
They really
about
should have
4
waited.
months before the release of the Sony PlayStation. However, Sega was about to get a rude awakening.
The PlayStation just had a lot going on.
Launched September 9th, 1995. That gave the Sega Saturn a 4-month lead in the console race. They had sold 80,000 units by then. On the first day alone, however, Sony PlayStation sold 100,000 units. Now, talk about an epic fail on Sega. And to make matters
Yeah,
worse,
it wasn't their
Nintendo
best
64
decision.
launched September 29th, 1996.
Mm-hmm.
And they had sold 400,000 units in just 4 months.
Mm.
Suddenly, the Sega Saturn was in 3rd place and dying quickly.
By 1997, Sega
Look
controlled
at the
only 12
difference. Look at the difference here. By comparison, Sony was pretty much killing it with the PlayStation. Nintendo was pretty close. Sega was barely hanging on there. And on this little strip right here were systems like the Atari Jaguar, the Philips CDI, the Amiga CD32X. There were also a few more I can think of. Actually, no, that was it. I think there were some made by Apple and, of course, PC gaming, but that's like a whole other can of worms. So PC doesn't really get a chance in this count.
Percent of the console market, it was obvious that this once prominent company was slipping away. Sega realized their situation and decided on their last-ditch effort, a brand new 128-bit system. Codenamed Katana in development, Sega officially announced the Dreamcast on May 21st, 1998. It would include a 56K modem for online play, stereo sound, and a 3D graphics chip made by NEC.
In 98, that was considered high-tech.
Double-density CDs that could hold over 1 gigabyte of data.
That's a lot.
The Dreamcast launched on November 27, 1998 in Japan. The launch seemed successful, but due to a shortage in graphics chips from NEC, Sega felt it went horribly wrong. Sega shipped about 450,000 systems in the first few weeks, but felt 200,000 to 300,000 additional units could have been sold if we could have had enough supply.
They just didn't have enough to compete.
Possibly imagine. On March 2nd, 1999, Sony officially announced the PlayStation 2 in Tokyo, Japan.
And that was the final nail in the coffin.
To launch in the next year and would have amazing capabilities. It could render 60 million polygons per second, compared to the Dreamcast's 3 million. Games could be made on DVDs, which could hold about 8.5 gigabytes of data.
Look at the difference in specs.
The Dreamcast could only hold about 1.2 gigabytes. The PS2 would also support broadband internet, while the Dreamcast would have to wait for a broadband adapter to be made. The final nail in the coffin, and probably the #1 reason why Sega was so nervous.
Yeah, that's the main reason why people got PS2 is because it was basically a DVD player.
Before the Sega Dreamcast launched in the United States, the system was obsolete. And with the PlayStation 2 slated to arrive in the next year, Sega's plan was this: install a huge fan base and provide a lot of great software before the PlayStation 2 hits store shelves.
Sega's Bernard Stoller responded to the PS2 with, "Sony's machine sounds impressive, but the fact is, it's still on paper. Dreamcast is here now. While Sony is working to create that hardware, Sega will already be in the marketplace with Dreamcast." Due to internal conflicts, Sega ousted Stoller and replaced him with Peter Moore. Yes, Peter Moore.
Where does that name sound familiar?
Today as the president of EA Sports and former vice president of Microsoft's Interactive Entertainment Business Division. Little did you know, Peter Moore began his work for Microsoft based on his experience with the Dreamcast.
Oh god, do we have the Dreamcast to thank for the Xbox 360 then?
$99.99 for $199. The North American launch was a huge success for Sega. Retailers were demanding the console after selling out. Sega sold over 500,000 units in just 2 weeks.
That is impressive.
Much of the success can be credited towards the great launch titles and online connectivity right out of the box. Titles such as Soul Calibur, Sega Sports NFL 2K, Ready to Rumble Boxing, and of course Sonic Adventure. In total,
those are pretty good titles so far.
Sega Dreamcast. By the end
And we are going to look at most of these too.
1.2 million units. However, the PlayStation 2 was still looming over them like a rain cloud to ruin their day.
Let's go ahead and take a look at the Sega Dreamcast.
The system itself is quite small, with 2 simple buttons on the top: Power, which turns the system on, and Open, which opens up the CD drive.
Wow, you mean that's all I need to do to get a game in?
Controller ports. This is pretty awesome. Now back then, wireless controllers were not the norm like they are today. If a console had 4 controller ports, there was no need to buy any extra adapters to play certain multiplayer games.
So that was a good deal.
The back of the Dreamcast has a serial port,
Mm-hmm.
an audio-video port, line in for online connectivity,
Nice.
and an AC in plug. This may not seem like a big deal, but this power plug is really nice.
I still have that plug.
Because it's not proprietary. You see, some consoles have power adapters that require certain
Yep,
ports or
yep,
certain
yep,
plug.
those
If for
things.
some reason you lost or broke your power cord for the Dreamcast, finding a replacement would be extremely easy.
And
The
cheap.
controller is also pretty cool.
I love the controller it has.
A D-pad, an analog stick, and 4 buttons on the right. It has a start button in the center, but lacks a select button. The memory card for the Dreamcast had a small...
This one,
LCD
this
screen.
is probably one of the most interesting memory cards I saw before.
This is because some games offered mini-games could be put on the
Power Stone in
It was plugged into the
Shenmue.
controller, and during gameplay, custom animations from the game would be displayed on the screen.
That was actually kind of
You
cool
could
back
also
then.
connect two cards together through the ports on the top and exchange game data.
Nice.
Several other peripherals, such as the fishing rod, the keyboard and mouse, and a
Right, the
microphone
keyboard and
were also
mouse and
released.
microphone.
This really is an amazing little system, but now it's time to find out what went wrong with the Sega Dreamcast.
Here we go.
The launch of the PlayStation 2 on March 4th, 2000 was a huge success for Sony. On launch day in Japan, 600,000 PlayStation 2s were sold.
On one
Since there were
day.
only about 1 million Dreamcasts sold in Japan and about 2 million sold in the United States, Sega concentrated their efforts in the US market. Peter Moore stated, "You have to fish where the fish are biting." Sega also split.
I mean, that is a fair deal, but also
Rather
not
than
always a
keep
guarantee.
Designers such as Yuji Naka, who programmed Sonic the Hedgehog,
Nice.
Yu Suzuki, creator of Shenmue under Sega's roof, they split them up into independent developers for the Dreamcast. This was actually a smart move, as these new independent developers could experiment and vastly expand the Dreamcast's library.
One of the biggest
However,
benefits.
The power of the PlayStation 2 was obvious. Many developers of Dreamcast games hoped to see their creations on the PlayStation 2.
Seaman.
someday. On March 10th, 2000, Microsoft announced the Xbox. Microsoft noticed the PlayStation 2 taking over living rooms and having the ability to do more than just play games. Their new console was being made to compete against the PlayStation 2. Sega was now on a clock. Either they built
There was
their
just
user
no way
base
they
now
could
or
compete.
fall. Sega of America soon announced SegaNet. For $21.95 a month, you could take advantage of Sega's internet service, which would allow for fast online gameplay, web browsing, and more. If you signed up for a 2-year subscription, you would receive a Dreamcast and a keyboard for free.
However, things were not looking good. Many executives at Sega were openly advocating ending the Sega hardware business. The PlayStation 2
It was sad, but it was inevitable.
However, there was a small gleam of hope for Sega in September of 2000.
Due to part shortages in Japan, Sony could not ship as many consoles to the US as it had hoped. Not only that, but the launch titles for the PlayStation 2 were not impressive. It also cost twice as much as the Dreamcast. Dreamcast sales surged
the price
in
would kill it.
2000 holidays, but it was short-lived. On January 24th, Sega announced that they would discontinue the Dreamcast. They had plenty of inventory stocked up, and with bad sales, there was no need to produce any more consoles. Sega officially stated they were pulling out of the hardware business and now making games for multiple platforms. Many new games were still being released for the Dreamcast, and even some accessories, such as a broadband adapter that replaced the 56K dial-up connection.
Which is neat.
Basically, the system was ending and consumers were losing interest.
It took Sega 22 months to sell 6.5 million Dreamcasts. It took Sony only 15 months to sell 10 million PlayStation 2s.
That is so
here's
crazy.
the ultimate question. What happened?
Here
What
are a
did
few
happen?
reasons why the Dreamcast failed.
Here we go.
Number 1, the PlayStation 2.
I mean, yeah.
It was simply much more powerful than the Dreamcast, and the inclusion of a DVD drive really hurt. Believe it or not, DVDs were not very popular in Japan before the PlayStation 2.
Really?
After the PS2's release, the DVD market exploded.
Huh.
The Xbox and GameCube announcements were like a nail in the coffin for Sega. Number 2, the Dreamcast lacked third-party support.
Yeah, that's probably going to be the
Dreamcast
biggest
games were
one.
made by Sega.
So, for those of you who don't know, Sega really didn't have that many third-party developers working on them. A lot of these people had their own devs and their own teams making their own games. Which sounds good on paper because that means less bad games on a console. But that also means that they can't really compete with bigger giants like Sony and Nintendo. And unfortunately, it looks like that was the case.
And some third-party developers, such as EA Sports, refused to make games on the Dreamcast after the Saturn's fall.
Oh,
Number
yay,
3,
you.
game piracy.
Oh, okay,
During
yeah,
the
here we
release
go.
of the Dreamcast, another new technology was gaining popularity on PCs. The
CD burners.
Hacker groups online soon began.
Yeah, that's a very interesting thing, is that it really isn't that hard to hack the Dreamcast. You can actually make so many backups really easy.
The Dreamcast requires no hardware modifications to read CDR discs. Pirated Dreamcast games were extremely popular.
Yep.
As of now, 10.6 million Dreamcasts have been sold.
Aw, he's thinking about giving his console a chance. So that's really the sad reality about the Dreamcast, was that there just wasn't any way to compete with this market. They didn't really take the time to better their technology. They were really overconfident. I think, had Sega actually waited and actually bide their time on trying to get the parts necessary to play these games, I think it would have done better. I really genuinely think it would have done better. But we'll just never know anymore. Still, I'm not here to disparage the Dreamcast or even talk bad about it. I want to actually dive deep into it and show it for what it is. And for what it is to me is pretty interesting. It's a very important piece of gamer history, has some really great titles that very few people even talk about. There are titles like Shenmue and Sonic Adventures and Soul Calibur, of course. But there's also a few that some people don't really give much attention to. So, we'll be very interested in seeing what that's like next week. For now, though, we're going to go back into Half-Life, aka Black Mesa. I'm going to be honest with you. I prefer Half-Life 2 over Half-Life. That's just what I grew up with, and that's my preference. But I can see why people speak highly of Half-Life. It's not like any other game like it. So, I think on that note, it would be interesting to really finish it. I know there's like a couple of expansions for it, like, what were the expansions of Half-Life? I forgot. Let me see. So let's see. Alright, there were 2 expansions for it. Opposing Force and Blue Shift. One had you play as a Marine, the other played as Barney. You know, Barney, Calhoun. The security guard that always dies, but then comes back, and then dies again, and then comes back again. And he still never gave you that beer. Well, it would be interesting to see if we can play those, but for now, though, we're going to get ourselves ready for Half-Life. So, we're going to take a short intermission and get ourselves ready. So, get yourself something to eat, something to drink, go to the bathroom, get some chores done. We'll be back in just a moment. Alright, and we're back. I forgot that my mic was muted. Go figure. Alright, so last time I tried this game was giving us a bit of a headache. So let's hope it'll be a little kinder to us this time around. Yeah, let's launch it like this. Alright. I am very hopeful that we'll get far on this. And I'm glad that it remembered that I was on windowed mode. If you know me, I hate playing games on full screen. If you like playing games on full screen, that's on you. But also, why do you like that kind of low-level masochism? You know? Get that. Also, the storm is getting a little closer, so I don't know how bad this might turn out. And it's still not liking the game capture. All right, let's try window capture. There we go. That worked. Okay. That's good. As long as that works, that's fine. All right. Let's resume. We've got hostiles. So, let's see what kind of trouble we can get ourselves into. Gordon, take the wheel. Trying to relax with a soothing blueberries and cream latte. Pick up that can. Wait. Oh. What am I supposed to do about that? Can I pick any of you up? Oh, I get what I was supposed to do. Alright, watch this. This is a 1 billion IQ play. I said a 1 billion IQ play. Oh, God. I am so lucky that didn't kill me. Where's that head crab? I hear it. Oh, that's dead. Should probably be careful. Oh, God. Head crabs. Ow. Ah. Don't you guys even say a word. Yeet. Open the door. Open the door. Let me in. Let me in. Let me in. No. Okay. Oh, God. Ugh. Nice try. What? Okay, you want to go? You want to go? Nice one. Good work there, Dr. Freeman. He was my best friend, but he owed me $7. Got a little top off for later. Better reload my Glock. Is there anyone in the bathroom? Anyone in the bathroom? Anyone in the bathroom? Bathroom? Back door? Backyard? Anyone in the back door in the backyard? Nope. Maybe. I don't know. Honestly, don't know. Something tells me I don't want to go up there. You, good sir. Yee. This is why aliens should just not come to Earth. Why do aliens even come to Earth? It's not really that great, guys. I should know. I live there. It's really not that special. I'm not forklift certified, so I don't know how these work. Oh, God. Oh, these are much more useful when they're not shooting at you. Ah! I didn't want to risk it. Although I'm probably going to regret that now. Oh, God! Ah! I'm dead. Well, now that we know what not to do, let's see. Oops. This is all purely in self-defense, people. Eh. Alright, let's try that again. That was for leaving me behind, you jackasses. Ow. Huh? Well, that's good, right? That's good. That the military can help us. We can get out of here, and, you know, they can go Urod Ashes, right? Right? I mean, it's their job, right? There's no way the military would not do their job right, right? Right, guys? Yeet. Thank God for this conveniently placed box. Just gonna make sure my shoddy's all topped up. So that's how we're gonna do it, huh? Okay, so the Marines are here to kill us instead of help us. That's great. You don't mind if I take that, do you? Ah, an MP5. Wait, why does this MP5 have a grenade launcher? Look, I'm not going to pretend like I'm a gun enthusiast or like I know what to do, but I'm pretty sure that MP5 with an underslung grenade launcher is not exactly accurate. Again, I'm not going to pretend to be like one of those quote-unquote gun experts online that have never shot a gun in their entire life, and yet, just because they play Call of Duty, that automatically makes them an expert. I knew quite a few people like that in high school. Alright, you want to go? Urod Ashes, motherfuckers. Why can't we ever meet guys that are actually nice? Thank God they give you this HEV charger. I'll keep them any ideas from trying to follow me. Oh God. That's going to be a long way down if I fall there. Obviously, I'm not going that direction. Why would I go in that direction? That direction has turrets. And this direction has barnacles. Alright, neither of these areas are good. Oh, how cute. You put a little backwards escalator. You think that's going to stop me? Must not panic. Oh God. Hey, crabs! Ow. Is this really how I'm gonna die? By a singular death crab? Ow! Mulligan? Can I get a mulligan? Must not panic. Must at least scream. You guys are supposed to be the good guys. What happened to bros before aliens, you know? Is that not a thing anymore? Ah! How does that make sense? Ow. Thank you. Alright, let's see how you guys like it when you're using your own gun. Ow. I died so fast that I ended up losing my beads. Oh, there they are. Alright, so obviously we're not going in there. Alright, this is getting a little out of hand. Oh god. Got him. Alright. Oh god. Ah! Damn it. Okay. Okay, let's get serious. Come on. Let's see what you got. God, I suck. I got something. I got it. Oh, wait. Did he shoot a rocket at me? Ah! Frickin'. Ah! I forgot about the barnacle. Ow. Why would you throw that close? You know I'm coming right towards you. Whew. Okay. That was a little rough, but we made it. That can't be good. Gotcha. Boy, that beret really gave you a lot of protection, huh? Why can't we ever find enemies that can actually shoot straight? That's my question. You know, honestly, if this is what passes for the Marines, it's no wonder nobody takes us seriously. That's closed. We'll just take the elevator. Why take the stairs when the stairs can come to you? I do like how there's like that detail where there's blood on your weapon. Really nice detail. Wait, what? What's got... Oh, okay. I was a little worried. I thought the game was going to crash. Wait, why is the music... Why is the music suddenly turning into boss music? What's going on? Guys? Gotcha. Why is this my job? I'm just a doctor. Oh. That would have sucked. Ow. Ow, 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 ah! Okay, I see what I was supposed to do. Okay, I got it. I got it this time. Alright, hold on. Alright, I see what I'm supposed to do. Do they even know where I am? I don't know if I was supposed to fight all of them, but I was not prepared to do any of that. Back to the Kruber. Ow. Hey, what's this? Whoa. You know, when they said that I would be working at one of the high-end facilities in New Mexico, I would never imagine that my first day would be like this. Boy, they really don't even want to talk. You know, do any of these guys even think that maybe this is the reason why nobody likes cops? Because they won't even give them a chance to talk?
Well, so much for the government. Their idea of containment is to kill everyone associated with the project.
So what else is new?
Judging by your hazard suit, I'd say you were part of what went wrong. Isn't that right?
I don't know. I was just doing my job.
If anyone can end this catastrophe, it's the science team at the Lambda complex at the opposite end of base.
Alright.
With the transit system out, I couldn't tell you how to get there.
Well, there's got to be some way.
But there's an old decommissioned rail system somewhere through here beyond the silo complex. If you can make it through the rocket test labs, you might be able to worm your way through the old tunnels to track down whatever is left of the Lambda team.
Got it.
You can trust them. You can trust all of us.
I don't know. My trust is very waning at this point, pal. But I guess we have no choice. I don't know. Definitely not me. Damn it. Corporate consumer products. There it goes again. I think this game is taking an 8-bit crapper. Blast Pit. Hopefully, we won't run into any more inconveniences. I'm sure this is fine. I mean, what's the worst I can do? Give me cancer? It's not like that's the most immediate thing that'll kill me. Oh. Got that. And heap. Go. Yeah. Got it. Yeah. Now, I know it would have been very easier to use that ladder. However, I would argue that if I did not use the barrel and the crate, I would not showcase one of Half-Life's most innovative gameplay mechanics. So, yeah, I would say the ladder was useless. You are literally Satan. What the hell is that? Oh, hi there. Ow! Boy, I'm really glad that the explosion was delayed long enough for that to hit my face. Ah! Frickin' bull squid. That was bull squid. What's up here? Is there anything worth coming here for? No? Is this just a distraction? Maybe. Hey, does anyone got change for $1? I ask because I don't think anyone uses that saying anymore. Also, why is there a lot of ladders here? This is hinting on the idea that I'm supposed to climb all the way up again. Which I hope I don't have to. Alright, full health. And I got some shotgun shells. All we have to do is not get killed. Oh, I'm gonna have to use this then. Yay! We're on a train. Ha! Hit! This makes transportation 1,000 times easier. Ah! Ow. Well, that's why you don't skip leg day. Alright. All we have to do is not fall in the green goo. I doubt that is Alias's girl goo. I can tell because hers has a darker green color. This one is a lighter green, meaning if I were to touch that, that would probably be bad news. Now, where the frick do I go from here? Head on to New Mexico. We get together, have a few laughs. I should have listened to my mother and been a telemarketer. Ah! You son of a... Yeah, no kidding. Tell me something I don't know. Jackassery, 100%. Oh. Ah. Stop! Stop! Ow! Ow! Stop! Ow! Stop! Ah, stop! 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 No, 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 no. Ow. That hurts so much. Could you stop with the acid already? I hate the Southwest. You know, that Geiger counter really doesn't inspire much confidence. Just letting you know that right now. Yeah. So many loading screens, so little time. You know, I don't mind loading screens that much because it at least gives me a bit of a breather before I go jump into the stupid pool. Wait, which silo am I in? Ugh! Oh God! I don't like any of you. Period. Oh, of course I'm going to be in Silo D. Who shot at me? Hello? Hello? Open the door. What was it that guy said that I could trust them? My trust is starting to go very small.
Must fire the rocket engine. Destroy the damn thing before it gets any larger.
You got it. Holy. Alright. Well, that's a problem. Right. Of course I am. Let me guess. Ah! Ow. No. I can't spare any morphine. I used it all on myself. Sorry, I thought you were an alien. Ow. Ah! Okay, that was karma. That was karma.
This thing hears us. Some scientists snuck down to the generator to get the rocket. They're trying to make a break for the fuel labs. You with us?
Of course I am. I mean, I guess I don't have a choice. I gotta do everything for you guys. Ah. Ah! I hate myself. What was that? Be quilled? Be quilled. Got it. Alright. I made it. Now, how much dumbassery is there? All we have to do is not get killed in a stupid way. See? That easy. Ah, thank God. Alright, got that done. Alright, now. What do we do from here? Oh, wait, was I supposed to do something? Ah, no. Bad touch. That took care of him. Alright, how far of a drop is that? Mm-hmm. I see. Penis. Ah! It doesn't help that I can't see. Bull squared. Okay. Let me think about this logically. Every time I choose left, I'm usually wrong. It has to be left this time. Like, there's no way that it wouldn't be left this time around, right? Aha! Left never fails. Ow. I need to aim for the head more. Well, I'm screwed. Well, that helps. Somewhat. Eh. Open the door. Open the door. Or not. Well, this is a problem. Oh, I almost fell. Damn it. Do I have to go all the way down there? This feels like a bad idea. I'm a theoretical physicist. I'm not exactly qualified for this kind of maintenance. This is a little outside my wheelhouse, guys. Just saying. I better get a raise after all of this. Oh, crap. Something tells me I should move, like, right now. Before I get... before that happens. Yep. Ah! Let me try that again. Alright. Now we should probably get out of here before the fan starts. Oh god. Oh god. That's kind of cool. Well, it was nice knowing you, like... Huh? let me get out. Let me down. Let me down. Let me down. Let me down. Ah! Oh, please. Please. Oh. Oh, I never thought I'd be so happy to see a vent again. Alright. Ow. Really? Way to kill the goddamn mood. Ha! Serves you right. Ow. Ha. Can I get that? No? Okay. If I have to play Hunt Down the Freeman, it's gonna be for a lot of money. Huh? Well, that's the one way to go. Ow. Excuse me a second. Just gotta do a little pest control here. Ah, good. Bullets. That's what I need. Every scientific equipment. Let's see. You go. Hey, I need that. Dick. That's one. And that's two. There's no one to report to, in case you've forgotten. We are being invaded by aliens. Oh, I'm back here. So where do I go now? I hope this is the right way to go, because I have no idea where to go. That wasn't the right way. Wait, do I have to go all the way back up again? Ow. Well, where's the power system? Let's see, oxygen's there, fuel's there. Well, where do I go for fuel? Ah! I saw where I had to go, and I don't like when that's where I have to go. Ow. Ow. Ah! Eh. Alright. I think that's a good way to do that. So, let's see, Oh, hi there. Excuse me a minute. Alright, so we need to get the fuel going. So, oh, screw you guys. Screw you. Screw you. Alright. So, hopefully this won't be too bad. Oh, who am I kidding? This is gonna suck so bad. Ah! Yeah. God, these things are ugly. Damn, I actually thought that was going to work. I didn't know they had a tailspin thing. Alright. That should do it. Oh, this is not ideal. Alright, so... Ah! Ow! Why are you so close to me? This isn't gonna break as soon as I push the button, is it? This is lulling me into a state of panic. Oh, 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 oh.
I hope no one expects me to go snipe down here.
Well, no one expects you guys to do anything. Hey, keep an eye out for me, huh? Let's see. I hope nobody's coming through that door. I really need to remember to check my ammo counter before I start blasting things. I like blasting things. It's like my one signature move. Well, I think we found out why he never came back. That does it. Oh, god damn it.
This is my hiding spot. Not moving until the situation is drastically improved.
Well, you're not moving at all now. So I guess that's my hiding spot. Test silo is a go. Great. Ah, the calm, melancholic music. Like we just survived the storm before the hurricane. Very magical, very musical, very mahusical. Oh, right. Ow. I am running out of ammo. Right. I guess I'm gonna have to climb up. With somehow both my arms still holding the shotgun. I can run really fast with my legs. So fast that I don't even need to use the ladder. Let us put an end to this madness once and for all, as we dive deep into the realm of serious effect. There isn't like some horrifying monster waiting for me on the other end of that alleyway, is there? Is there? Okay. We got the fuel, we got the oxygen. We should all be ready for something. I'm dead. I like how it went like the dramatic music and then I got killed. And I did it again. I did it again. I am terrible at my job. I do like this music though. Ah! Where the hell am I supposed to go? Oh crap, that's my last one. See you in hell, monster. It was a dirty job, but someone had to do it. And I guess that someone had to be me. Some people make an excuse for others, but for us, we don't. To the victor go the spoils. And now we can finally put a close to this madness once and for all. So, do I go home now? I can't imagine there'd be much more. Eh! Oh god. Was this the monster? You're not telling me I had to swim through all this, are you? I am gonna have to, aren't I? Wait, where do I go? A revolver? Don't mind if I do. But now where do I go? More to the point, how did this thing get in here in the first place? I would feel bad for the ones that got burnt, but they probably would have done the same thing to me out of fear. Oh, there was another area. Gotcha. All we have to do is not fall down. Alright, there we go. Just gotta take it slow. Oh, that's why you do your sit-ups, kids. Just gonna top myself off here. And hopefully nothing will come attack us while I'm doing this. Okay, hold on. I really need to pee, so I'll be right back, guys. Don't touch that dial. Are we back? 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 No, we're not. We're not back. We're not back. We're not back. Are we clear? Are we clear now? Are we clear? Are we clear? Are we clear? Okay. Alright, yeah. That's exactly what I was afraid of. I think we're good now. I don't know how long, though. There's a chance the power will go out, so we'll see what happens. I'm going to try and stream for as long as I can, but if it does disconnect again, we might have to end it abruptly. I apologize, folks, but that's just the nature of the beast. Well, let's try and get back on the right track, shall we? They don't expect me to jump in there, do they? What happens if I drop these in? I got an idea. Yeet. And that was not part of the idea. Maybe I have to drop down over there. It's stupid, but it might work. Ow. I might have dropped in the wrong area. Yeah, I did. Help. 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 I'm dead. Well, can't say I wasn't warned. Penis. This really could not have gone worse for me. Alright. Let's try this. The pipe is right underneath where I need to be. So, all we have to do is follow this. Go down here. Go down here. And then we jump on this. Oof, we jump on this. And then we travel on this. And then we travel on this. And then bada bing, bada boom. It's all good. Or not. Let's see what this is going to bring us up. I hope it's a pizza. Oh. Well, I mean, that works too. Ah. Dang. Nice revolver. Good damage. Good range. Now then. Now that we got that out of the way, let's see what happens now. I hope the power doesn't go on now. How about now? Nope. I hate to waste that iced coffee. Oh, great. Beautiful. You mean to tell me that this whole facility was degraded by these things? These little roast chickens. You mean to tell me that this whole time everything up until this point was caused by these guys? I know that was a waste. I just wanted to do that. Oh! I get a new weapon. The wall mines. The trip mines. Holy. What? Oh, what's the matter? You guys aren't so tough now? They'll never find me in here. I'm guessing I have to find a way to lift these shutters, but I don't know how. Quite frankly, I'm fine with that. Wait. It's gonna take them a while to figure that one out. What's going on? Why am I so slow all of a sudden? Oh, is it because of him? Man. Yeah, I think it's because of him. Oh well. It'll add to the immersion. Ah! Oof! You guys know that those explode, right? Well, I'm obviously not getting through there. Ah!
We don't know how close you can get between guys. Listen, mister, if you can get the power on, that train will take us to the surface.
Gotcha.
I would try myself. Cables go all the way down to the generator. And there's things in the way.
Well, guess someone has to do it. Yeah, that's pretty much a given. Well, I see your problem here. The power is currently off when it should be on. So we just have to put the power on. This is what he was afraid of? A few head crabs? Ow. I'm fully aware, thank you. How do you shut this thing off? Is there a glossary for this thing? Ow. 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 Can I get like 5 seconds to react? Where? Where's the head crab? It just said head crab alert. I know it's there. Where is the freaking head crab? Uh-huh. I'm gonna blame that on them. This was not my fault. This is no way my fault. Huh. Well, that's a problem. You guys suck. Hey, pal. That was for making me sit through your seminar. Oh, and, killing Barney. Fuck, I forgot. Alright. So, get the power, get the guard, get to the train, and get out of here. Of course. Ow! Well, that definitely didn't feel good. Ah! Okay, let's try that again. Contact that. Hey guys, did you hear me when I said contact that, and then I blew him up? That was a pro gamer move right there. Pro gamer. All right. Just gonna load this up. Ow. These guys are gonna be a pain in the ass. Let this be a lesson, guys, that playing with grenades is always fun. No, you didn't. I'm right here. You guys clearly did not hit me. Ha! Haha. Snailed it. Alright, the power's out. So how do I get the power back on? That guard didn't really give me any instructions. Nope. Of course, I gotta go down there. Ow. I can't hear my own thoughts. Actually, that's probably for the best. The doctor says I should probably stop listening to the voices in my head. Blocked. What's blocked? Oh, I gotta go even further down. You know, when I graduated from MIT, I thought I would be doing a lot more science stuff and less maintenance stuff. Well, somebody had to do it. There we go. Good as new. Now all I have to do is go all the way back up where I came from and hit the button. That should be easy. Wait, what? Oh, what do you mean secure? What do you mean? What do you mean? What? Ow. Huh? What do you mean? Okay. What else is new? Boy, you guys just really like to show up in the most inconvenience of times, right? How do you expect me to do my job if you won't let me do my job? Can we please have 10 minutes of peace? Caffeine to relieve the soul. Oh, hey, health bar. As soon as this is all over, I'm totally gonna move to catering after this. Thanks! Ass! Hole! Dick! Head! Stupid! Worth it. Also, I don't know what's going on, but my model keeps phasing in and out of existence for some reason. I guess we're just going to have to deal with that. One problem at a time. Oh, this was just to get more ammo. Not that I'm complaining. More ammo is great. More ammo is good. More ammo is more ammo. Did that just say fire candy? Let's go back. Wait, search and destroy force. Eliminate all biological... Wait, do people count as biological life forms? I mean, I know that sounds like a stupid question, but still, it seems a little excessive, guys, don't you think? Can't we just settle this over a pint? I mean, come on, guys. No offense, but I'm offended. Also, probably not the smartest idea to come in this area without some sort of radiation protection. Attention, Gordon Freeman reports military personnel for immediate security check. I am not going to listen to that. Because I feel like the only security check I'm getting is a bullet to the brain. Yep, just as I called it. Hold on, guys. Hold the phone. Ah! Excuse me a second. You guys really shouldn't call out what you're about to do when I'm here. Oh, great. Now the Marines have head crabs now.
I'm never gonna make it. You better go on without me. I'll just slow you down.
No, we can make it out alive. I'm sure. Like I'll be the driver. You be the shooter. That would be an easy thing to do. What in the world am I supposed to do about that thing? Yeah. Eat this. Shocking. Well, it looks like he was split apart. Hope that's the last time I have to deal with him. Just hang in there, buddy. Well, it was nice knowing you, pal.
Hey, it's Freeman, right?
Yeah?
Hold up a second. One of your scientist pals said to give you a message. You're supposed to take this old rail system up to some sort of satellite delivery rocket or something.
Hmm.
I don't know what it is exactly. The old guy was so worried about getting out alive, he didn't think to stop and tell me.
Huh.
Anyway, the main thing is, the military aborted the launch. So when you find the rocket,
Yeah.
if you find the rocket,
Uh-huh.
you'll have to get up to the control room and launch it yourself. He said something about a lambda team leaving the satellite in orbit if they're ever going to clean up this mess.
Right.
Now, get going. I'm going to stick around until any other stragglers.
Well, I'm glad you dumped in that very important exposition to me. If you could just lift the gate now. Well, I guess I have to launch a rocket. I don't know why this is my job. Seriously, why is this my job? And why is the army being so much like dicks about it? And here comes the boss music again. Really like the music here. It's a bit of a banger. I guess this is as far as I can go. Most of this area is flooded. I do not even want to know what that was. Well. Now I'm making that same mistake twice. I do like that music though. Looks kind of good. Good damage, good range. Well, that was dangerous. Ah, crap. Ow. Well, I'm not getting through there. We're solving the problem, Jay. Solving the problem. We're solving the problem. Solving the problem. And now our problem's solved. Dick! Open the door. Open the door. Thank you. Ah! Of course the charger would be empty at a time like this. I guess I need the power back on if I'm going to use it, right? Hmm. Huh. I guess head crabs can't swim. That's kind of ironic. Considering they're, you know, crabs. I mean, not technically crabs, but they look like crabs. So what's down this hall? Nice try. Come on. Up. 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 Hit. Alright, let's see what we got here. Alright, I guess we are not going in there. Ah. Maybe there was something back here. Well, there's something. Well, let's try that. Got bullets. Could always use plenty of those. Well, I can't get through there. How about up here? Well, howdy, partner. Charlie don't surf. Charlie also doesn't know how to work a train. Oh, maybe there's something here? Nope. Maybe there's something here. There was that red plaque. Part off. Okay. Maybe it's up here. That's where I came from. That's where I came from. That's where I also came from. I see something over there. Let's take a closer look. Well, there's your trouble right there. It's not plugged in. Alright. You want something done right? You gotta do it yourself, I suppose. Now, where is it? Oh, here I am. You know, for someone who ended up graduating from MIT, Gordon really seems to be doing a lot of maintenance work, it seems. Feels like someone has to do it, and it's not going to be some scientist that can be bothered. Oh, great. Ow. Hold on, 1 second. Yep, there we go. There we go. There we go. All right. We're back on the train. And we're just going to go full speed. I'm sure nothing will go wrong if we do that. Aw, that was a short ride. They don't make train levels as long as they used to. Oh God! Ow! 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 And now I can see why. Someone put that there on purpose. There's not going to be a second one, is there? Nope. There's... Oh, well, that's a problem. And now the problem's solved. Heh. Alright. Hopefully there won't be any more turrets waiting for us. Because that would be bad. Alright. On to the next level. I hope. You know, I've seen gamer rage videos where people try to put their whole mouth on the mic. I never understood that. Hold your horses. Hold your horses. Now, most people would just drive right through it. But I'm not most people. I know exactly what's waiting for me over here. That's why I'm going to do this. See, it pays to play smarter, not harder. It's like that old saying, what would Jesus do? I don't know what he would do, but I know what I would do. And that is not play the game the way people want to play the game. Speaking of which, I had this funny idea. Ever since I bought the Berserk Deluxe editions, I was thinking of... Hold on one second. I was thinking of hiring a Jesus impersonator to do a read-along of Berserk live on stream, and we just acted out. You did not hit me. I hit you. Okay, that was my fault for not reloading. You said you had something for me, but what was it? I didn't see anything. Do you have something for me? Huh? Die Freeman. Someone really doesn't like me here. Sorry, Barney. I'm just gonna let them fight it out. I'm sure it'll be fine. Oh, never mind. Why would I expect Marines to do their job right? Feels like I have to do everything for you guys, huh? See, he's a smart one. He's staying right where he wants to be. You guys are terrible at your job. Terrible. Terrible. Mount 50 cal? Oh. I keep forgetting that I can zoom in. Any more? I think I got him. You know, at that point, when you find out that a single doctor can wipe out your entire unit, maybe that's a sign that you should leave. I mean, think about it. Gordon has pretty much taken on the equivalent of what Halo has thrown at him. So I feel like at that point, these guys should just hang up their fatigues and just call it a day. That is if they were smart, at least. I have yet to find a game where there's actually intelligent soldiers who actually make smart decisions. Oh, I hate the bull squids. I hate them so much. I hate them so much. I hate them so much. Ah! Don't you even say a word. Ow. Gee, buddy, you look terrible. Yeah, I've yet to use these tripwire mines. I guess I need to get a train over here. Alright. Let's go. I'm sure that'll buff right out. Of course. Play of the month, ladies and gentlemen. What else is new? Well, that's a problem. Oh, they're so dead. Hi there. Worth it. Well, let's see. Gotta unlock P's. Why does everything need a P? Ah, down here. Oh. You guys are terrible at your job. Terrible. Hold on. Just a preemptive throw. Yeet. Oh, God. Alright, let's clear this out. Just gonna put this one here for no reason. Just in case for some reason these guys feel like using the elevator. Huh. That works better than I thought it did. How you doing, pal? Thursdays, am I right? Oh well, at least we have the weekend to look after. It's a little late for you to stop it now, guys. I'm kind of already putting it up here. Got it. I get to put a man on the moon. Again. Can we perhaps leave the moon alone at this point? Alright, there we go. And let's continue our journey as we make for our sojourn into hell. Sorry, Zen, I meant. So, we're just gonna push the big red button, send a rocket into space, and we should be good. Right? I mean, how are Marines expect to stop a fully born, spaceborne rocket? What are they gonna do? Shoot at it? Not in this economy. Huh. Oh god! Oh, you fricker. Oh god. Some motherfucker's always trying to ice skate uphill. Thank goodness I don't have to do this for a living. Imagine the janitor that has to come in and day out having to clean all this stuff up. I don't think he would be able to survive. Eh. Sabotage? I was literally just doing my job. It's not my fault these guys didn't know that all this would cause this. So what, they're just making me their scapegoat? Alright, well, if I'm gonna be the bad guy. Hey, catch! Whoever blamed me for all of this, I just want to say I hate you. Alright. Let's clean house. Is this thing seriously stuck? They got their own 50 cal stuck. That is hilarious. But also annoying. Well, I don't know if I'm a genius, but I do have a PhD in pain. Now, gotta get this rocket into space. Now, I just need to get in here. Hmm. Well, that takes care of that. Just gonna recharge a little bit. Full 100. I always wanted to push the big red button. Let's do this. Ah, why does it have to be so long? Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's not every day you get to see a rocket take off at launch and not blow up. It's a rocket that actually works. So, is that it? Do I finally go home now? I mean, I can't really imagine there's much that they can do now that they botched their operation. Ah, there we are. Now, time to hit the old dusty trails. Oh, right. There's still aliens here. Not sure what we're supposed to do about that. I mean, I'm sure the government has an idea what to do with them. I mean, what's the worst that they can do? They try and culture some of them and grab them for their own surgeries, hoping to achieve the next state of evolution and possibly make another super soldier. I mean, that's just crazy, right? Hmm. I know it's probably not needed to kill all of them, but it feels cathartic. Well, let's nothing left to do but to pack our bags, head on home, and just kick back and relax. I'm sure there's no long-term ramifications for what we just did. Apprehension. Wait, what? Oh. What? What? Wait. No. Oh, God. Oh, God, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die! cheap hospital budgets. Yeah, they'll use their money to fund their militaries, but they won't even give us a decent coffee machine. Well, I guess we're gonna have to do something about this. Oh. Are you kidding me? Well, what am I supposed to do about that? Ah, great. Just great. I can hardly see how this could get any worse. Well, not going through there. Oh god, don't drown. Please don't drown. Ugh. Do they not see me at all, or are they just saying things to sound cool? I want to say that's the former, but even still, I can't tell. I wonder. I guess we have to do a poozle. Never. We're never getting relieved. This is our life now. Get used to it. Almost, but still not quite there. You did not hit me. I'm right here. Are they insane or... Frickin' jarheads. Okay, now they're just making stuff up. I don't even think they're in the same plane of existence. Well, that's fine. Weed out the weak. They could have never survived Warhammer 40k. Uh-huh. Hi, Human Resources? I think your Marines need to be sent back for training. They're acting a little odd. Like, they're actually thinking that they're doing their job right. Oh, they have head crabs. That's why. Alright, never mind. I found the solution. Are you kidding me? You know, I'm cool with water levels and all, but do they have to make it so dickish like this, where they force you to take the long way? Doctor Strange never had to deal with this bullshit. And that guy's been through the multiverse. Ah! Ow, 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 ow. Third degree burns. Ow. Oh, God. Well, I'm obviously not getting back in the water anytime soon.
Did you see it?
I did.
It was hauled from the Challenger deep, but I'm positive that beast hasn't swam in terrestrial waters until a week ago.
You think so?
There's a tranquilizer gun in the shark cage. I'm not sure it would work on this particular species. You're more than welcome to try your luck.
Well, I guess it's the right thing to do. That thing is stable, right? Like, it's not going to drop into the water as soon as I get in there, right? Ha! Aha! I got it. Now, just let me up, and oh, God. I should have known. Ugh. Oh, yeah. Thank God. Thank God that I didn't get myself killed. Yet. Well, at the very least, I got a weapon that actually works. Come on. Alright. Can't imagine how this could get any worse. Oh, who am I kidding? It can always get worse. Oh, hey, look at that. More darts. You know what else works? Bullets. Remind me to shoot the next scientist in the head when I get out of here. Alright. How long have we been streaming for? Looks like we're getting close to 4 hours, so You know what? I'm actually going to save it here. I do hate ending it as much as I do now, but unfortunately I'm out of time. So, that's been Black Mesa. Definitely holds up to the hype. Definitely dickish. We definitely got through a bit of a hiccup over there with the storm going on, but hey, at least we didn't crash too bad. So next week, we got a real treat for some of you retro gamers. We're going to be diving into the Dreamcast real soon. And I'm really excited to see what games we can get on that to work. I got a few ideas on what to start with, but I can't tell you what it is until later. Until then, though, let's see who we can raid into. I will say, though, playing this now, I can see why people talk highly about Half-Life, but I also see that this is a series that kind of shows its age, and even with all the hiccups that it has. That's not to say that that's a bad thing. I think it actually adds character to it. But, genuinely speaking, I feel like there were moments where this game could have used a few touch-ups here and there. Even with Black Mesa, it seems like they kept everything relatively the same, with just one or two changes here and there. But hey, you know, I can see why people will like it and why they talk about it. I honestly don't think this is a game that I would actively seek out if I was given a chance. It's the puzzle aspect can get a little tedious, and there are a few things that make me kind of wish that it was not what it is. That said, I do enjoy some aspects of it, just not all of it, if that makes sense. Let's see, Callie is streaming right now. Why don't we just go on to her? She definitely... Oh, looks like she's playing Mega Man. That ought to be fun. Well, anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this stream. If you have any suggestions of what you'd like to see, please leave a comment below. Hope to see you again next week. And as always, respect the classics.